Calvin. How you doing, Calvin?
Hey, Calvin.
Um,
What's going on, brother?
but it has everything to do with character building, and that stuff's so important in the stories. I am not Jonah Hex. I don't think like Jonah Hex, but when I write him, I have to think about how he's looking at something. Same thing with Gunslinger. I have to read all of Todd's books and realize this is how he reacts to this stuff. So in the past, if I'm going to have him react the same way, I have to actually figure out the why of it because I'm writing him when he was younger.
Okay.
And then we have then he has trauma that he goes through, and we realize that trauma creates something in him that makes him act a certain way. And we all have that. You ask 10 friends about going to the doctors, they're going to tell you 10 different stories about how they love it, they hate their doctor, that guy's full of crap, they charge me to. They'll have 10 different stories about doctor stories, you know? And we're all, and you realize that, yeah, everybody's experience is based on things in the past that they bring into it. The people who were not afraid of doctors never had experiences while they were younger, and or parents that were sick or stuff like that. You so everybody's experiences are shaped by the things in their lives, and that's what we have to do with the characters.
I'm like looking at you now in a totally different light
Well,
than I.
it is like a warm light.
Yeah,
Warm light.
it is because, dude, every time we interact, whether at a con or the last
Right.
few times you were on the show with Sophia and I, it was nothing but chaos. We were laughing and everything. What's going on, guy? But now it's like you're by yourself. You're totally calm and tame, and it's like you're setting. You're like shedding knowledge. And this is like a totally different Jimmy. We got, and it's like awesome. I'm like,
You should have saw me last weekend when I was in Copenhagen. I had like a bunch of comic
Copenhagen.
creators. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we were in
That's
Copenhagen
Denmark.
last week. Yeah, in Denmark, and we went out drinking one night with a bunch of comic creators, and they were very like they want to eat dinner and have a nice conversation. And after dinner, I said, "Well, where do you go here?" And they're like, "What do you mean go?" And I said, "No, where can we get like a big pitcher of beer and get trash?" And I dragged them all out with me, and I got them a little. I love when people start to loosen up a little bit because you have a great time,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a great time. But there's a time for that, right? And then there's a time you got to work. I think a well-rounded person has to make time for everything.
Dude, you are. Oh my God, it's like I'm like seeing a totally different side of you, and this is awesome. Hey, we gotta take 30 seconds, and we'll be right back. Sophia,
Yes.
do your job.
Oh, yes. Okay. My bad. Okay. So, the Erica Legacy Foundation is a foundation that helps people that are going through a hard time mentally or emotionally. If you or a loved one are going through a hard time, please check out the Erica Legacy Foundation, theericalegacy.com. They help many, many people in need.
It's now time for quiz with Quimsel.
Sophia on the beat, we turning heads, bringing heat to the street. Get ready now, it's our time to shine. Feel the rhythm, every move is divine. Feel the madness, it's a party in your soul. Feel the madness, let the good times roll. Feel the madness, come and join the ride.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question and you have to answer correctly. The first person to go will be the guest, then Chat, then Lewis. Today's question is, who was the first Disney princess to have a tattoo?
Oh boy, we consider Pocahontas a Disney princess, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing she might have been the first one because it's in their culture to have the
Okay.
tattoos. I think that's a very important thing to the culture.
Okay. All right. Chat. Guy says Lewis.
Lewis is the first. Do
They
you
can
both
see me.
have
Answer is
tattoos?
Sophia. Oh,
Yeah, mine are more manlier than Sophia's.
Oh, okay.
how you doing? They can
I
see
mean-
me.
Oh, there you go. Amen. Nice.
Yeah. And Sophia, show yours.
I have
Jimmy,
43
Yeah.
So you can pick the ones that are easy. There you go. Oh, look at that. I like that.
lightsabers. We
Yeah.
got AT. We got a gun.
Nice.
T-Rex.
Yep.
Boba Fett. Some swords.
Is that all the same
Harley
artist?
Quinn. No. Well, yeah. Yes. 99%. Yes.
Yeah, they
Got,
look similar. Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
Very cool.
Kakashi.
I would show you mine, but they're on other people. When I was in college to pay for my apartment bills and stuff, I would give tattoos. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, but I never had any on my own because I couldn't settle on a piece of art. I had all my Polaroids, because people say, what do you do? I say I only do original stuff, and I would do the Sharpie. I would draw it, and I say take it home, see if you like it for a day, and then come back and I'll do the outline. Um, but I did that for to make money while I was in school.
That's cool.
I didn't know
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they hated that I didn't have any. But I said, I think one time I almost got one. I was with all the guys from Chaos, and they were all in San Diego getting a tattoo that night of the I guess the skull or Evil Ernie or something. And I almost did it, but I was just not drunk enough. I needed like one or two more drinks, and I thank God I didn't do it. But I just never been able to settle. I think the closest I ever had is I had like a stencil of a devil dancing with a pitchfork, and then I still didn't do it. I was like I chickened out. I don't know.
No, I mean it's good if you don't feel it. Why do I have an
Yeah.
echo?
Yeah, I
I
mean
don't know. I
What
don't
do you
know.
do?
All right, so is more
You have an
chat
echo.
coming in? Because I have my answer.
go.
Nope. Yeah, your turn, Luce.
All right, I'm not sure which movie came out first, but I'm gonna say Mulan. I think Mulan came out before Pocahontas, so I'm gonna say Mulan.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Yeah, that's something. Sophia might know that better than I.
The answer is Pocahontas.
Ah, damn you, Jimmy.
What do you mean? There was an actual answer, like a real
Yes,
answer?
it was it was a. So Jimmy gets a point, and I get nothing. Damn
Like
it.
that's a real question you were asking, or it was just I thought we were just making it up and stuff.
No.
Oh,
No,
really?
it was- yes.
Oh, and I got it right. Fuck yeah. All right.
Yes, you got it right. Damn it. Damn.
Oh, that's great.
That,
What did I
that
win?
means damn.
I win bragging rights. Is that what I win?
Yes, that's you. That's what you win.
All right. Look. That counts, man.
The next con that we're at, we'll have to take you out to dinner.
Yeah. And,
Yeah. So when you are writing, and I know I asked you this before,
okay.
I'm pretty sure I did. When you were writing each character, and we are already talking about each character having a voice,
Mm-hmm.
what voice do you hear in your head for each character? Is it someone from your past, someone from the future? Is it an actor? Is it a voice actor? Do you hear each character?
With Jonah Hex, like I imagine like a Clint Eastwood, but a little younger kind of guy. With Painkiller Jane, it's my voice and a little bit of a Brooklyn voice to her. Very like attitude shit. I think with the characters, I do hear distinctive voices. I'm not always. I'm hearing their conversations being distinctive. The actual tone is probably. Look, we know when we see a movie and we go, oh, that's not the right voice for that cartoon. Like that's Harley. We can talk about that, right? Because like there's so many people that do Harley, and is Kaylee Coco great for Harley? I'm like, she's pretty good. I said, but visually, I think she'd make a better Power Girl, Kaylee Coco.
Yeah.
But I do hear the voices, but it's not in a go get a gun and kill the president way. I just hear them in the conversation that I'm writing. I honestly I hear the voices when I have when I was writing something today, and it was about a mother talking to a kid and telling the kid a story, and I'm like, how gentle is the mother going to tell this story? And I realized, well, the kid's 18 and she doesn't have time to screw around, so the way the mother tells the story is pretty much how she would tell somebody she knew and not her kid it, because she needs to get it out. So a lot of times it's tone and the anxiousness of the character and whatever. It's all it's an interesting thing, and I think it comes from listening to people more than talking over them. I definitely you'll see me out and about, and I am the first person in a group to be quiet to listen to other people. I'm not the one that's trying to talk over everybody, because I feel I have a lot more to learn if I'm listening. And then when there's a time for me to jump in, I do. But I'm not that person that is that needy with conversation, if that makes sense. We all have anxious people around us, and a lot of that comes from insecurity. So part of the writing is to understand the why of the way people speak, and also the anxiousness and where that comes from. I think maybe having like 6 years of therapy really helped me out with that, because I think it taught me to, well, I'll pull something off my wall here. Well, I will, but I have all these things. Amanda makes me all these things that you can't see facing the wall. And one of them says, slow the F down. Another is a turtle with a snail on its back, and it says slow the fuck down. Another one that says slow down, enjoy the moment. This is my favorite one. She did for me. She wrote that in
Put that back up. Put that back up.
So she wrote that when I was on the phone with somebody I was going into business with, and they were canceling the business with me. They were like, "No, I can't do it." They were, talking and making an excuse, and she put that on the wall, like blessing in disguise, because she was seeing how I was reacting to it. I think having these things on the wall helps me out, because we all need to slow down a little bit, right? Because when we slow down, we actually get to listen to people a little more intense. We're trying to, when people say something, it's not always exactly the words they're saying. They're trying to tell us something, but they don't know how to say it, or they're saying it in a way that we have to look past the words a little bit and how they're saying it. And all of that comes with slowing down and absorbing things correctly. And as a writer, you have to kind of do that all the time. You guys, Louis and Sophia, you guys are completely different from each other, right? And the great thing is you're friends, so you can celebrate that difference, right? It's not an attack thing, it's a celebration. Like, I love that you love this, you love that he loves that, and you don't have to love that, but you can appreciate the passion that each other has for things.
Yes,
And,
it's true.
and so that has a lot to do, like that kind of interaction, that kind of understanding helps your work when you're a writer, because you start to look past. It's why certain movies stay with you so long, and then other ones, an hour later, you forgot about them. The ones that stay with you really have this well-written thing about the characters that you empathize or attach yourself to. And it's that, that's part of the gig. I noticed that Jar Jar Jeremy asked me, "Do you get the best pizza, Jimmy?" Do I get
Where?
it? Do I get it? When I'm
Where
in
do you get it?
When I'm in Brooklyn, I'll say L&B Gardens in Brooklyn, or that's my favorite. And I'm in Tampa area, so there's a place called Nona's, and they do a deep dish Detroit pizza that's amazing. They burn all the cheese on the edge, and it's crunchy, and
Oh,
so yes, I do get the best pizza, Jar Jar, Jeremy, but I get it all over the place. So everywhere I go, I try to seek out the better food. Who doesn't do that? I mean, come on.
I try to
true.
plan. Now Jar Jar Jeremy's my brother.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I'm mad at him because he didn't pick up the phone.
Yeah,
I
he was
yeah.
busy.
No, he wasn't busy. He was just avoiding my phone call.
Oh,
I doubt that.
Yeah. So when Sophia and I, when we travel, and when
Yeah.
Jar Jar and I travel, when we go to different cons,
Right.
we always plan out food. I got to make sure the little one eats.
Yes.
Because we're constantly running around the convention floor, on stage, off stage, wherever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you got to eat. We're gonna eat here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm constantly scoping out the best places, the best food for the value.
Oh yeah, I think airplane trips are great. Just to search for what restaurants are around, and and then see. We inevitably will always book a restaurant for a Sunday night, because we like to stay till Monday. So Sunday night is our, like, we can dig in. This con I got a con coming up in Phoenix, Arizona, and they literally have me book like the con and then what I'm doing that night. Like, I'm doing a charity thing Saturday night for Heroes. And I noticed that I'm done at the cons like from 9 to 7, and then they have me at a place at 7:30 doing this charity event. And I'm like, where's my food? Like, when do I